Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. These are mods for Thursday the 16th of March. I know I say it every single time, we've got a lot to get through, we've got a lot of packs. We have got a lot of packs, a lot of building packs today that we're going to get through. We have got updates today. We've got quite a few maps have been updated. The map Neuminibrunn by TopAce888, that says it doesn't need a new save game. The map Prairie Farm, Michigan by TaylorFarms also doesn't need a new save game. East Vineland, New Jersey, USA by MacTrucker921 doesn't need a new save game. The map BR163MS by Zero Oito doesn't say if it needs one or not. The map Umbreon Valley by Gamer Designs doesn't need a new save game. And Purbeck22 by MS Modding doesn't say. The Buildings of Norway by Ola Haldor have been updated. The Half Timbered Farm building pack by Vertex Design and the American Carport by ICAS have all had updates. I'm going to start with this. This is the Bonsilage bulk tank by MacTrucker921. 1 megabytes download, 4 slots on console for the first one. It's a 2,000 litre bulk tank, 25 grand to buy. Now, if you're going to do a lot of silage work, if you're doing massive silage harvest, loads of grass work, if your map is predominantly that and you're doing it with multiplayer and that kind of thing, it works out kind of a better way of doing things. You can pick it up with forks and the usual, anything that can pick up bulk tanks and things like that. You will find it under your pallets. The standard Bonsilage silage additive is 2,990 for 60 litres. $25,000, you're getting 2,000 litres. So it works out, it's a better deal. Yeah, I'm just thinking if you multiply that up, 10 times that would be 600 litres, wouldn't it? 10 times 2,000, yeah, that's a better deal. And the slot count comes down to 1 for any subsequent pallet you decide to get. So, Bonsilage bulk tank additive by MacTrucker921. Next to that, we've got these. This is the pallet with used sacks by Marcelu22 and EmemenS mods. 4.13 megabytes download. It's 1 slot for the bags and it's 2 slots for the pallets. I'm trying to think, is it 50 litres and 150 litres? We'll have a double check. And there's various different crop types or feed types and stuff for animals and things, including seed. These are seed bags, as you can see there, down the bottom right. Seed, 50 litres. Oh, that's why I just do that. Look, yeah, 50 and 150. That one there is oats. That one there is wheat. So for your horses, for your chickens. The bags can be picked up. The pallets are too heavy. These you will also find under... these are under pallets as well, I think. Yeah, there you go. So starting here, we've got the oat big bag at 50 litres and the oat pallet, 150. So 90, 460, 90, 460. It kind of works its way across. We've got the wheat, we've got canola, we've got barley, and we've got seed. Well, look, really nicely detailed. I have to say, I do like the idea, that kind of going a bit more immersive and slinging a load of bags into the the flatbed of a pickup or something like that, and taking them to your chickens or whatever and unloading them by hand and that kind of thing. I think it's quite cool. Anyway, that's the pallet with used sacks by Marcelu22 and EmemenS mods. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Brazilian water tank by GLmods. 0.74 megabytes download, 2 slots on console, 5,000 to buy. It's a water tank. You know what I didn't check was whether or not it charges you or not. Bear with me a second. The answer to that question is yes, it does. It does charge you. So once placed and put on your farm or wherever you're going to place it, it will still charge you for fuel. The Brazilian water tank by GLmods. Next we've got the Ranch Silo, or Silos, there are 2. This is by naimog mod, 6.03 megabytes download, 3 slots each, 17 grand each. These only place at 90-degree angles. I think there's a couple of other ones later on that do, but there were so many buildings today. We've got a brick-sided one and we've got a wood-sided one. I have put some grass in, which then turns to chaff to be compacted and covered. The brick one has a bit of clipping. Only a tiny little bit, but the wooden one doesn't. Didn't get any clipping through the wooden one at all. That's some big old timbers, isn't it, through there? That's got about, if I jump into build mode so we can see above, that's got 300,000 litres in it. So I'm thinking 500,000 litres that'll probably hold, because I'm not quite to the back and I've got a bit of room to the front, so that'll probably do about 500,000 litres, I would imagine. Turn that off. So build mode, these are under silos. 17 grand, and the slot count will come down from 3 to 1 for each of those. That's the ranch silos by naimog mod. Next we've got this. This is the shed large open. This is by Matej mods. 11.98 megabytes download, 11 slots on console, 40,000 to buy. We do have a light switch over here. I do like this on the floor. This kind of interlaced concrete slab look. Something a bit different. The lights aren't that bright, but you can see them. They are at night. Obviously, they'll be a lot brighter. Nice big open shed, either drive-through for vehicles or bales or whatever you want to put under there. So this is, I'll say it was 40 grand done. You find out the build mode and sheds. That's fairly straightforward, actually. That one. That's the shed large open by Matej mods. Next, we've got this. This is the Landsberg Farm by BERNIESCS. 27.14 megabytes download. It's 27 slots, 2 grand to buy. It will hold 45 cows, so it is a sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger just here. I thought we'd had this before, you know. I'm sure I looked at it as part of a pack. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Potentially. Sleep trigger, wardrobe trigger. If we come around to the side, it's incredibly well detailed. I mean, absolutely amazing. So we come in here, we've got our dialogue box, our animals, just there. Like I said, it will hold 45. Feed trigger and bedding trigger is through here, and I say that, the bedding trigger's here because above there we've got a straw sort of loft opening. Now I couldn't find the light switch anywhere. Now I've been there before, I know, we've done that, and we, however many times we've been around that one, but we can go upstairs and into the top section. I'll turn the light on. So here we can open straw bale door. So that's what makes me think, you know, you can put it all up here. You've got your opening for your hay loft, straw loft. We go back down the steps this side. We've got our milk point just here for our cows. We can come back out the other side. Oh, open towards me. Slurry point just here, and if you want manure, you have to put a manure point in. Incredibly nicely detailed building. Fairly large, to be fair. It is 200 grand. You'll find it under build mode. Now this one is not under animals, it's under farmhouses. Just there, 200 grand slot count will come down to 2. The 220,000 litres out to the right hand side, that shows that's for the milk. That's milk storage. It will do 220,000 litres of milk stored. That's the Landsberg Farm by BERNIESCS. Next we've got this. This is the 55 by 115 post-frame cold storage by LegacyAg-LAC, 4.46 megabytes download, 11 slots on console, 84,900 to buy. Under build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. Oh, there we go. I knew we had a light switch in here somewhere. Lights on and off. What I do like is the detailing under there. I'm not sure, I mean, I assume it's called the same thing in the US. I've said this before, haven't I? The OSB oriented strand board. It's got that, I mean, it looks like oriented strand board. It's amazing. Very, very cool. Door opens at the other end. Cavernous space, plenty of room. Build mode sheds. The 55 by 115 post frame cold storage by LegacyAg-LAC. Next we come to the first of the packs. This is the Michigan Shed Pack. This by TaylorFarms. We've got quite a few, I think it's 6 or 7 in this. We have got a bale barn here. We've got a medium shed. We've got a 72 by 150 shed. We have got a workshop. We've got a 3-bay barn, and we've got another machine shed out on the end. Slot counts on all of those are 5 for this one, 7 for that one, 6 for that one. The workshop is 10 slots, the 3-bay barn is 6 slots, and the machine shed on the end is 7 slots. So they're not too bad on the slot count at all. There's no lights in the bale barn. it is what it is. Plenty of space, lets air flow through and keeps everything dry and allows it to dry out. Machine shed, the other door does open. This machine shed, we've got racking on the side there for putting pallets and things like that, or equipment or whatever you want to put on there. Where was the light switch? I'm sure we had light switches. There we go, over here. With a large side door or front door, depending on which way around you orient the building. This one's a 72 by 150 machine shed. Again, there will be a light switch. There it is, just here. With a door at either end. Then we come round to the workshop trigger. Smaller door to the side, larger door for your bigger machinery and equipment. We can go in through the side door, but these do open. Light switches over here on the stairs. With the trigger just being just there. I'm pretty sure on one of the maps, one of TaylorFarms maps, you've got a workshop trigger. Was it TaylorFarms? Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. And there was a tool chest you had to open for the trigger to activate. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Might not have been TaylorFarms, but anyway, just reminded me of that. That's the workshop. 3-bay barn garage. There's no lighting in this one. I couldn't see any lighting on the roof, and I couldn't find a light switch. So, but this was the one. I'm sure I did one of the map tours. You've got a hayloft, but you can't actually get to it, which is interesting. So you've got all that covered area up there. I mean, maybe people have found ingenious ways of getting up there, but there's no steps or anything like that. 3-bay barn, and then the larger machine shed out on the end, just here. These are all found under build mode and sheds. Light switches over here. It says. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no, triggers all the way out there for some reason. So, build mode, sheds, roll our way out to here. So we start there at the bale barn, 45 grand, 65 grand for the machine shed. The 72 by 150, 45 grand. The workshop, 75 grand. The 3-bay barn, 55 grand. And the machine shed, 75 grand. So, not too expensive. Nice big buildings. They'll do the job. That's the Michigan Shed Pack by TaylorFarms. Next we've got the Franconian farm buildings. I told you it was a lot. The detail on these are just next level. This is BERNIESCS, 40.32 megabytes to download. We've got a farmhouse at 21 slots. We've got a chicken shed and silo. That's a 300,000 litre silo, multi-fruit. That is 13 slots. We've got a cow shed. Chickens, that will hold 360. We've got a cow shed with manure pit, which is 23 slots, and I can't remember for the life of me how many cows that held. I don't think it says. We'll check when we go into it. Actually, when we go to find it. I didn't write it down in my notes. Apologies. We have also got, with that pack, we've got shed and shed B. Shed there and shed B. I couldn't find any lighting on all of the buildings, but some of them, when you go inside, it does say L3 turn on shed lights. Some of them it didn't. Shed B is a sort of slightly larger prospect. But this one, shed lights. Drive through on this one. Like I say, the level of detail. That shed light does all of the shed lights as we go through. Plenty of space. And then we've got, out to the front, we've got this. This is the, well, it's a production for silage. I think it's called a high silo, I think it was called. Yeah, high silo. The high silo will take grass, hay, straw and chaff and turn it all to silage. If we go into our build mode, not build mode, into our options and go down here to production chains, grass, hay, chaff and straw. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Now I'm thinking it will hold to about 2 million litres of each. If you go across to that side, I put about 900 and something thousand litres in there, and it's about halfway. So I reckon 2 million litres. Each of one of the others I only put 70,000 litres in just to get it running. We turn all of those on. 120 cycles per month, but 1,000 for 1,000 ratio, which means the process is fairly fast. You'll get a fair bit of silage coming out the other way. But very cool. So let's whiz back up. We'll have a look at them all in the. I mean, it's I say fairly straightforward where you'll find them. This is the farmhouse. We've got our sleep trigger at the front. Look at the detail. Look at the detail. If we open up inside there, we get a wardrobe trigger in the garage, where everyone keeps their wardrobes. Don't they? That's where I keep mine. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, doors open here. So the silo is this side, but the silo has a pit that needs to be opened. If we come to the side, open the offloading pit. So putting into the silo is done there. You can close that bit down again if you want to. Taking out is done from there. We've got a little kind of haylofty type area over to there. We've got a dialogue box for our chickens. This door does open, and that opens out to a little pen out the back for the chickens. So our dialogue box is there for our 360 chickens. This door does open as well. We've got a cover here. That's for the feed for the chickens, and the egg pallets will spawn just there. It's the level of detail. It's that kind of, is it the occlusion thing, isn't it? Those bricks look three-dimensional. The gaps between them, it looks incredible. And the sort of dirt and wet, yeah, wow, absolutely amazing. And then the cow shed. The cow shed comes with the manure pit. I've said that already. Slurry point, manure pit is just there. We've got side doors, etc. That door opens as well if you want that one open. Feed and bedding trigger is down through here. Dialogue box is there for our 45 cows. That's what it does. Now I thought that might be the trigger for light switch, but I haven't got one come up. And unlike the sheds where you just walked in and it said turn on shed lights, I haven't had that come up anywhere. Like I say, it's not unlike me to miss them, but I couldn't find one. Milk point out to the sides here. That's very nice indeed. The sheds we've already looked at, and the silo we have looked at too. So, build mode, production is where you'll find that silo. 15 grand slot count comes down to 1 for the production of silage. If we go to our buildings, farmhouse is just there for 50 grand. And sheds is where you find those two, both 8 grand for shed and shed B. And then we go to our animals, cows, their Franconian farm building, so that cow barn there is 80 grand. And then we go to our chickens, and that one there is 15 grand. Which, when you think, that's a 300,000 litre multi-fruit silo and 360 animal chicken coop for 15 grand. That's awesome. That's the Franconian farm buildings by BERNIESCS. We've now got the Farm Placeables pack by Chumpy Farmer. This is 54.07 megabytes to download. We've got a few. This is part of it, and I put it here next to the cows. I don't think we've got anything in here yet. That's a manure pit. We'll get onto capacities and stuff. It's absolutely nuts, this one. We've got a large grain storage, whatever you want it to be in all honesty. We've got a medium one and we've got a smaller one just there. We've got a vehicle machine shed just here, with side door opening over that side as well. This was the same. I couldn't find any light switches on any of these. That one has got lights, these ones don't. We have then got, I'll go through the slot counts momentarily. We've got this one here, which is a silo with storage. So this side we've got a silage clamp. I did also put some chaff in there to check clipping through the walls. There's not, I mean, the walls are absolutely massive. They're like castle walls. They're insane. This is the silage clamp this side. This is storage for grains, again, vehicles, whatever you want, and so is this. So if you want to pile stuff up in here, you absolutely can. Could be bales, could be anything you want. Then we've got a silage clamp just here, again no clipping, so this is an open silage clamp, the concrete silage clamp. And then we've got a slurry pit. The slurry pit, that's with slurry in. I've got 702,000 litres of slurry in there, so that's what it looks like, slightly glistening with some slurry in. And this is what it looks like without slurry in. Dry and empty. Putting in and taking out is done there. So yeah, they're massive buildings. So if we go into here, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with sheds. Because that seems to make more sense, I think. So we've got the large shed. 150 grand, 5 slots. The medium covered shed is 80 grand, and that is 4 slots. The small bulk storage shed is 4 slots, 50 grand. The vehicle garage is 100,000, and that is 7 slots. If we then go to, I think it's under silos. There we go. The bunker plus bulk storage, that is 5 slots, 250 grand. The open concrete bunker is 8 slots. Now, as far as capacities go, what was it on these? The one bunker building with 1 silage area and 2 bulk dumping area. That will hold 1 million litres of chaff in the bit that's the silage clamp. The cement bunker, which is this one over here, that will hold 1 million litres of chaff. That's 100 grand for the concrete bunker. Then we've got the slurry pit. The slurry pit was 13 slots. That will hold 2.5 million litres of slurry in there. And then we've got the manure pit, which we saw over here, right over the back here. The manure pit is 2 slots, 50 grand, and that will hold 5 million litres of manure. So yeah, big buildings, large capacities, really chunky, no bleeding through the walls, anything like that. The farm placeables pack by Chumpy Farmer. Next we've got this by Killbros. This is the Killbros 1600. This is an auger wagon. It is by Bcbuhler and Benny. It is 8.71 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. Very nicely made and nicely detailed. You will find it under auger wagons. Just there. 24 grand for the base model, 200 horsepower required. It will do your auger wagon type, main crop types, and it will do seed and fertilizer. We've got standard at 27,000 litres. We've got extension 1 at 31,300 and extension 2 at 35,300 litres. We've got wheel brand Lizard, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, BKT, Mitas, back to Lizard. Under Lizard we don't have a tyre choice, just that one. Under Michelin, those two. Continental, no tyre choice. Vredestein, BKT, Mitas, Lizard, back to where we started. We've got on the back walling triangle, centre mount or side mount, work light, that puts a work light on the auger pipe. We swing around there, you'll see I put it on the top. We have work light no or yes, puts a little work light on there. Main colour, anything on that pallet. Extension colour, also anything on that pallet. Decal colour, we can change the colour of the decals if you want. It's anything on that pallet, those are the options. Starter up. Lighting, indicators, pipe out. What I do like on this as well, normally you cycle through the lights and the final light setting is what turns on your auger or pipe light. This one, the first light option, turns on your auger light and then it rolls through the rest of the options. I like that. Small thing, but it's very cool. I had some unloading issues with augers in the last episode, but if we come over here, we'll see it will unload straight away. I like the fact the auger comes from the front, it starts unloading from the front, it's got a very realistic unload. Sound effects really cool, and it does the job. What more can you say? That's what you need. So that's the Killbros 1600 by Bcbuhler and Benny. To be fair, the unload speed on that is pretty rapid as well. Whether it be grains, seed, fertiliser, whatever it is you might have decided to put in there. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard Ceres. This is by Hispano. It's 10.33 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. We have got a standard capacity and we've got an unreal capacity on this at 255,000 litres if you should choose it. We've got a couple of different options for unload on this as well and a few different options for the vehicle itself. If we go into here and to trailers, just there, 72,600, that's all it costs for the base model. Standard capacity. If we go for unreal capacity at 255,000, it doesn't change the price at all. So for 72,600, a 255,000 litre capacity if you want it, or you can take it back to standard. You don't have to go mad with it if you don't want to. We've got the option of Continentals. These are a little bit tricky to see. We've got Continental, no option. Trelleborg, those two. BKT, those two. Michelin, those two. Knock-in, just that. Vredestein, those two. And back to Continental. We've got then stickers, brands. So at the moment we've got nothing. We can have Lizard, Ceres. We can have a Demco, Flegel, Krona, Load King, or off. Chassis colour, you've guessed it, does the chassis. Colour box, does the rim around the outside. Now with that one, we have got, down the bottom, we've got some metallics. We've got light grey chrome, medium grey chrome. There's some just full-on chromes, silver chromes. There's a whole load, so you can change it to metallics if you wanted to. You don't have to. And then the colour sides, let's go with something like that. Again, there's metallics and stuff as options. Then we've got reflective colour. That goes around the wheel arches, so mudguards, sorry. So around the mudguards we've got reflective strips. Rim colour, anything on that pallet. And license plate option on there too. So, let's start this up. I say the level of detail on it is astonishingly good. But what we do have on the back, we've got tip side back, tip side grain door and tip side right. Now it doesn't do tip side right, but you'll see tip side back opens each one of those. You can see the little everything turning. It will raise up and the whole back door will swing open, as you might expect, in a minute, like that. Tip side grain door does the little grain door again, which you kind of would expect. Wait for those to close up. Does take a little bit of time for those to tighten back up again, but once they're done, like so. Tip side grain door, tip side right, that does this opening. He says. Like that. So, there we go. They're still tips, but the doors open sideways rather than opening for the sort of back flip. Lighting on the back. Indicators, look at those indicators, that's cool, isn't it? Reverse lights on there as well. That's the Lizard Ceres by Hispano. Moving on from there, we've got these. This is the JCB Fast Track Icon Pack by RossN Mods. 27.23 megabytes download for the smaller 4000, that's 24 slots, and you'll find it under medium tractors. For the 8000, that's 20 slots, and you'll find it under large tractors. The Icon Edition, because it's got the option to have the Union flag on there, either in black or sort of low vis or in bright colours, and it has the Icon Edition on the side there as well, hence the title for the video. So you'll find these, as I said, medium tractors, 218,500 for the base model. So we've got 178 horsepower, 210, 235. Those are the three options for horsepower. We've got Trelleborg, and Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Continental, Matej, BKT, just those, Vredestein, Knock-in, just that, and back to Trelleborg again. We've got beacons, no. We can have low beacon orange, low beacon white, high beacon, or light bar. You can guess what I went for. At the front we've got LED strobes, so it puts LED strobes below the lights. We've got markers, yes or no. You can turn those marker squares off if you don't want them on there. Flags, so this is where you've got the low vis UK black, or you've got the UK colour. Front loader attacher, which I think that's quite cool. Quick, power, no. Main colour, anything on that pallet at all. Grid colour does the grill bit at the front, so if you want to go for that sort of additional, you want to go for a more silvery look or match and mix and whatever you want, it's entirely up to you. Rim colour, we've got a rim colour. I like the matte grey, I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Chrome's a little bit shiny, but then chrome may be your thing. And license plate option on there. That's the 4000. Under large tractors, out in the end, we have got the Icon 8000, 289,000 for the base model. We have got 306 horsepower, 348 horsepower. We have got Trelleborg, under Trelleborg, Michelin. Continental, just those. Mitas, just those. BKT, just those. Vredestein, just those. Back to Trelleborg again. No beacon. We got low orange, low white. High beacon, light bar or off. LED strobes again underneath the lights. Markers, yes or no. Flags again. Main colour. Grid colour. Rim colour. And license plate. So, hop in, start it up. Light bar, and if you've gone for the flashing lights just underneath the lights themselves, you can. Lighting, horn, under L1, R1, left stick side to side, does the left door. Right stick side to side, does that door. Suicide doors as well, very cool. And then up and down does the rear window. We do have the option to change steering. We've got all-wheel steer, front wheel steer, crab left, crab right, back to all-wheel steer. 37 miles an hour. Interior, really nicely detailed. We've got a few different JCB mods, but it's nice to have the options on these as well with the various different lights and the Union flag on there as well, and then the 8000, same options, L1, R1, left stick side to side, does that door, up and down does that one, side to side does that one. Didn't go for a light bar on this one or flasher units, but I went for, oh I did go for the flashing units, but I went for strobes on the top rather than the strobe bar. Interior on this, also very, very good with a top speed of 41 miles an hour. That's always in the 8000, big old chunky beast. I have to be honest, I always think that the 8000 is limited quite a bit with the horsepower. 348, I mean that's no slouch, but it's a big tractor. Anyway, that's the JCB Fast Track Icon pack by RossN mods. Next to that we've got this is the New Holland T6 Tier 4A by blauea, 22.42 megabytes download, 19 slots on console. A few different options on this one. This you'll find under small tractors. 96 grand for the base model. We've got configuration standard or blue power, Fiat Agri, black or back to standard. Engine, we've got 143 horsepower, 154, 163 being the highest. We've got Trelleborg. Under Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Knock-in, back to Trelleborg. We've got beacons left, both or left. There's no off on those ones. Extra work lights, yes or no. Fenders, standard, or we can have wide or wide 2, depending on what tyre choice you've gone for. Attachers, at the front we've got a front weight, 3-point with PTO or off again. Front loader attacher, quick, Hauer or no. Rim colour, we've got the blue power light powdered grey, we've got the Fiat Agri cream, that darker silver, I really like that, or black, and license plate option there. 2, hop in, start it up. And this one only had under left stick side to side the door, light, interior light comes on when you do, and right stick up and down does the rear window. There's no other options on that at all. Lights, beacon, does sound nice though. Interior, it's lovely. The New Holland T6 Tier 4A by blauea. Next, We've got this. This is the Rostselmash Torum 770 by JMZ, 49.24 megabytes download, 22 slots on console, 9 slots for the header for a 9 meter power stream, or power stream 900, so 9 meter. This is actually not bad price wise. It's a 12,300 litre tank, I think. Lovely looking harvester, which you'll find under harvesters out in the end there. 349 grand. Yeah, 12,300 litre, 520 horsepower, 520 horsepower. We got the option of Trelleborg, Continental, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT, back to Trelleborg. Under Trelleborg, we have got Continental, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT, back to Trelleborg again, and then license plate option yes or no. And if we go to our headers, out in the end, 56,500. There's no options on this. Slot count comes down to 1 from 9. There's no header trailer for this, but there are plenty of header trailer options available in the Mods Hub and standard in game. If we Chumpy start it up, I always forget to unfold the harvester. Let's unfold the harvester. Lift the header. Once header is attached and we are on it as an option for tool, we have got the option to raise or lower and bring in or out the reel if we wish. Pipe out like so. Lighting, beacon. Now we do also have on this, was it under L1 R1, right stick side to side does the door. This side, it's a bit hard to see, it'd be better from in cab. Up and down does the window to the side. So if we're inside, door, and that side does the window. Like so. Interior, as you might expect. We're doing sorghum at the moment, but that'll stop. If you're doing a crop which will allow a straw swath, we can enable. It's not going to let me now because I've got a crop in there. Should have done that first. Enable or disable straw swath, like so. It's very nice. Like so, for the price, 12,300 litre capacity, sounds great too. Very nice. The Rostselmash Torum 770 by JMZ. Next, we've got these. Another icon, the Lizard Ford F350 by Agro Tonho, 38.32 megabytes download. We've got standard cab, 10 slots, crew cab, 11 slots, and then we've got miscellaneous items. We've got standard back, we've got like service back, and flatbed. These are all 2 slots with various different lengths. It depends what length you go for on the rear of the crew cab, etc. We do also have the option for a Raptor version. I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. Now this, we've got a ton of options. We've got so much to get through. LED bars, strobe lights, light bars, various different configurations, years for headlights and trims, and this one's got a front 3-point. That one's got a bull bar. This one's just standard. I say just standard. Tons of tyre, wheel, rim options. Just a plethora to choose from. If we go to our vehicles, go to our cars. So, 26 grand. That's all for the base model for the standard, and the crew cab's 30 grand. Slot counts come down from 10 and 11. So under the standard F350, we've got interior. Now the interiors can change as we go further down as well. So this is backrest, so it's sort of side rest. Inside we've got black, orange, beige, white, brown, back to black. Then we've got engine setup, F350 manual, automatic, horsepower stays same at 350. Then we've got wheel brand, all Michelin, but we've got Michelin 2, 3, 4, 5, Julie, and back. So that's your tyres. But under rims, we've got rim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back to 1 again. So that one, I really do like that one. I think I've got 3 different ones on all of them. But anyway. So we've got front grille, 2008 black, colourful, modified black, modified coloured, plastic Raptor, primary colour Raptor, metallic Raptor, secondary colour Raptor, with plastic logo, coloured logo, metallic logo, honestly. Logo secondary colour. 2010 plastic. 2010 plastic metallic all over. Primary colour plastic. So then we're on to 2021 plastic and metallic, plastic and primary colour, plastic and secondary colour, primary colour all, back to 2008 loads. Interior colours, this changed everything in there. So we've got black, orange, which changes all the sort of bits you've done, but you can still have the side bits done as well. Black and beige, beige 2, brown, white, back to black. Then we've got bumpers, 2008 metallic and then black, primary colour, secondary colour, iron bumper, black iron bumper, metallic 2010, black, colourful, secondary colour, then 2021, primary colour, secondary colour, low bumper with this bash plate, back to 2008. I think I might have gone for that. Extensions, this is wheel arches. I'm not going to read them all out. I've been doing it for all of them, it's crazy. That's quite cool, as are those. I think I might have gone for that one of them. Then we've got lighthouse, so this is the housings. Cabin props, LED bar 2, snorkel and LED bar or off. Then we got, this is around the sides, we got exhaust, etc. So we've got plastic latches, I think this is the door handles, coloured latch, side step as well, coloured latch and side step, latches in the dual exhaust. We go all the way through, ending up with an option to have all of it. So latches, side step and dual exhaust if you wish. Glass and gutters, we've got smoked. We go through all those options. Bush breaker standard, plastic, small, big, 3-point, back to standard. Shaft width, we can change the track width, 1, 2 and 3. If you want a more aggressive stance. Beacon light and sticker, so you can have beacon light, sticker on the side, both. Main colour, anything on this palette, and there are a ton. We've got metallics and we've got all sorts. Go through, you're going to find something you like, because there are an absolute ton on here. Let's go for a metallic. There we go, blue metallic. Design colour, let's go for, it doesn't really matter, silver metallic. Sticker colour, you can mix and match it if you want. If you want to match it to the bodywork or a different colour entirely, it's entirely up to you. Panel colour, that does inside, that's the panel centre console with all the dials in, just see through the back cab window. We can change that to various different colours inside. Rim colour, there's your rim colour with the license plate option on there too. Crew cab, I think we're pretty much all the same options. I think. Interior is all the same options. Same with the crew cab automatic or manual. I think I've got one of each of these and it all runs exactly the same. It doesn't give you a manual gearbox, but I think it's for the inside. Wheel brands are the same, although that they do look incredibly chunky. The jewellery is cool as well. Rims, only goes up to 6 on this. And then we go for all the various different front grille options again. Interior colours, same options, we can scroll through all of those. Then bumpers, all of those options. Extensions, wheel arches, light housings around the front, all of those options again. Cabin props, again, light bars, snorkels, light bar and snorkel. Latches and rear bumper and all that. Rear exhaust, sorry. Glass and guttering, all the same. Bush breaker on the front. This was a little bit different, wasn't it? I don't think this had... doesn't have the bash plate option. Then attachers, right, so under attachers we've got, did I show attachers on the other one? We've got long chassis option, standard or long chassis. Shaft width, we've already looked at, but yeah, it's got shaft width as well. Beacons and stickers. Main colour, where was my rear? Oh no, that's on the attachment, isn't it? I'm thinking there's no rear bumper attach, trailer attacher. And then we go for all the same different colour options. The same options for colours. Right, so that's the two vehicles. We then come down here to miscellaneous. And we start here. We've got a normal body or short normal body. So it's going to depend. I think I went for normal on all of them. Even on the extension, there's not a long bed one. They seem to work on all of them. So we've got normal body, short normal body, 3000, 2000. Normal flatbed, short flatbed on one. Then we've got normal flatbed, short flatbed. The difference between the flatbeds, as far as I can tell, we've got a flat end section on that. On the short and normal flatbed 2, it's curved. That rear section is curved with lighting on the back of it on each sort of corner side where it's angled. And then we've got the service body, normal or short. 5,000 litre capacity for fuel in that. There are tension straps on the back there with a little tailgate, so you can put stuff in between there, whether it's IBCs or bales or whatever you want to do, you can. There's still no mobile toolbox option. A lot of people have been asking me about service bodies and why there's not. There is... Schultz Modding did the toolbox mod, which can be put into a vehicle and transported around in the back of a pickup, but it will reset back to its original place. But I don't think, not on console anyway, we've got any options. So options are the same on both of these. We've got standard, the various different extensions for arches to match up with whatever you've got. Bumpers, metallic, black, primary, secondary, back to metallic. Roll cage, black roll cage. It says and headlights, but there aren't any on there. Metallic roll cage, I think it's the wrong way around. Then we've got with headlights, black and metallic. Yeah, I think it's just labelled the wrong way around, that's all. Cap accessories, Raptor plates, that's on the back here. Raptor plate, yes or no. Stickers, we've got these various different stickers. Then you've got the super off-road, then you've got that. Let's do that one for the purposes of this one. Then we've got, oh, that stickers puts down the side as an option. And then we've got box and antenna. Again, this is the wrong way around. Box, that's the antenna. Then there's the box, but it says antenna, or both. Then we've got attachers, rear hitch, fifth wheel hitch 2. I think they're both like the same, but gooseneck and fifth wheel. Then you've got both if you want them both in there. Then we've got the main colour choice. That's your main colour. Design colour. That's design colour. Sticker colour. Does that side sticker. Should have picked a different colour for that, shouldn't I? To make it stand out. There we go. Sticker colour 2 at the moment. We're on that. Let's go for that as well. And a license plate option. That's those. These. You've got box options on the side left or right. Attachers, fifth wheel, with various different options as well. That does have a ball hitch on the back of it already. Main colour. Does the side trim. Design colour. Does the headache rack. And license plate option, that's the same on those. I think that's pretty much the same too. Attachers. Oh yeah, rear hitch. And then the fifth wheel. So we go through the various different options on that. So slightly different if you want a different rear hitch on that. That's adjustable, can raise up and down as well. Main colour. Design colour. Slightly different way around. And then we move on to the service body. Attachers. Rear hitch, yes or no. Main colour. Design colour does the panels, the doors, opening doors, and license plate option. Okay. Let's jump in. Start it up. Born. Go for our light options, depending on which lights you've gone for. If you've gone for the strobe bar, we do also have the option for on Placeables control left stick. If you just open up your help menu top left, it will tell you what controls are, what controls you're using. We can raise and lower the back end just a little bit, or we can raise and lower the suspension on the whole lot. Not by a huge amount, but it's enough. If you want your Raptor in sport mode from the road, then off road, raise and lower it, and then we've got a little bit of adjustment on the back. Now put all our lights on with the spotlights on the back as well. You've got the spotlights on the top of the roll cage, tension straps in the back. I've got a fifth wheel in there. We can open the rear tailgate. So if you haven't got the fifth wheel attached from the back and you just want to use the pickup bed for putting bales, pallets, that kind of stuff in, you can. And in the rear, under R1 and right stick up and down, we can raise and lower or bring in and out that rear trailer hitch. So depending on what you're hooking up, we can adjust that. I have to say, it's very cool. Oh, we have also got, what's it under? L1, R1 and right stick up and down, we can bring our mirrors in and out. When you're parked in the street, you don't want people to crash into them, or you're going through a narrow gap with trees and bushes and things. Interior, incredibly nicely detailed in here. It's very cool. So, our standard crew cab. I haven't gone for all the bells and whistles with strobe lights and LED bars and stuff on this one. We do still have the same option for mirrors, and then the raising and lowering of the whole lot, and the adjustment at the back if you want to. That's got 5,000 litres of fuel in it. As I said, let's get back around a little bit into the light. There we go. Unfold, this is unfold tipper, but it opens the rear tailgate. Tension straps, as I said, in the back of there as well. And we've got the same for our rear hitch adjusts. So we can bring our rear hitch up and down depending on what we're towing behind us. I should have gone for a different option, I think, on the rear tub. Those wheels, look at the size of them. I went for the jewellery. Very, very cool indeed. It does take a while when you've got 5,000 litres of fuel in it to slow down. I'm not going to lie. It does take a bit of time. So, that's that one. And then I've gone for John Deere service vehicle. Slightly different wheels. That's just, I think, pretty much basic everything. But with the flatbed back on it. Yeah, this is crew cab manual. And it's still driving normally. I haven't got to do manual gear controls or anything like that. But come to that. We've got the same options for raising and lowering, same options for the wing mirrors, tension straps on the back. Depending on whether you've gone for a fifth wheel attacher or whatever on the back of there, we've then got the option for a tailgate as well. It's a very cool bit of kit, up to 93 miles an hour as well, which is crazy. But anyway, that's it for the mods for Thursday the 16th of March. Let's get this up to speed and see how we go. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. Why is it going up and down? If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.